If you have an interest in prophetic dreams, then this message is for you. And today's message is not so much a channel, but something I just wanted to talk about because it came to me and it seemed interesting to share. Prophetic dreams are often dreams that don't reveal themselves until a later date, right? So we might have a dream that doesn't really mean anything to us. And then later we realize, wow, that I dreamed that. I knew that was going to happen. And I think that is spirit connecting with us when we're our most open to share information and show us our deep connection to spirit. So can it sometimes be about helping someone or knowing something in advance for your own well-being? Sure. But most of the time, I think these kinds of dreams really are just a way for spirit to let us know that spirit is present. And it's as simple as that. And we don't need to do anything. We just need to trust that this connection doesn't just exist in sleep. It exists all the time if we want it to, and if we pursue it and try to develop it in a deeper way. And I'll share an experience that I had with a prophetic dream, which didn't predict anything. I've had those too, but it was prophetic in that it took me to the answer to a question that I had asked that same day. So I was with a friend and the new year was approaching. And he asked me if I was excited for the new year. And I said, yes, I'm most excited because ETs are supposed to reveal themselves to us this year. And I'm hoping that will happen. And so we got into a discussion about whether we believed that ETs, extraterrestrials, had seeded the human race. And at the time, I think this was maybe 2021, I said, I didn't know. I didn't really have an opinion on the topic. It could be, but I didn't really, it wasn't something that really concerned me. And then that night, I had a dream that I was caring for an infant and I was not doing a good job. Everything I did seemed to put the infant in danger. And it was one of those high anxiety kind of dreams where I finally woke up with a start. And when I woke up, I heard in my clairaudience connection to spirit, I heard all kinds of voices, just a crowd of people speaking around me, loud crowd of people. And then all of a sudden, from the hallway of my building, I heard a loud African voice yell out the word Lebe. And I knew intuitively that Lebe was spelled Lebe. And it was so interesting and so clear in my clairaudience that I immediately looked up Lebe. I Googled Lebe, even though it was 2 o'clock in the morning, because I knew that it would take me exactly where it needed to take me so I'd understand what this was because it was so powerful. It wasn't an actual voice in the hallway, it was a clairaudient voice. And clairaudience, for those who don't know, is the ability to hear spirits. You hear voices, you hear phrases, and it's a very strong clair of mine. So I Googled Lebe, and I was immediately taken to a tribe in Africa called the Dogon tribe, located in the Mali region of Africa. And as I did a little research, I learned, first of all, that Lebe was one of the god or is one of the gods that they worship. It's the god that represents their ancestors, I believe. But beyond that, I learned that the Dogon tribe believes, and one of their core beliefs is that ETs seeded the human race. And they have a whole narrative behind the arrival of these ETs thousands and thousands of years ago, that they came and they built the human race, basically. And Lebe is one of the gods that represents these beings that came to seed the human race. And one amazing aspect of the Dogon tribe is that thousands and thousands of years ago, they already knew of the existence of the Sirius B star, which was something that we didn't have tools to measure until maybe, I don't know, 100 years ago, more or less, probably more like 75 years ago, maybe even 50 years ago, we started to be able to measure these things. So archaeologists and scientists were quite impressed with the Dogon tribe that they knew of the existence of this star far before modern science discovered it. So they were studied and people would visit them and ask them questions. And that's when they shared what they believed to be true about the human race. And I believe the dream that I had about the infant had to do with the idea of caring for a being that you have put into the world. And so I think that the energies of these beings that seeded us came to me in this dream, showed me how they feel about what they're accomplishing with the human race right now, that perhaps they're not doing the greatest job in caring for us, judging from our environment right now. And then quickly, as I awoke, showed me the answer to my question with my friend the day before, that indeed we may be seeded by ETs. And so I still don't have a 100% opinion about that. I'm a pretty grounded person, so I keep my opinions about that open. But I more so than ever feel that we were seeded by another race of beings. And so that dream was in a way very prophetic for me because I had no answer to that and really no curiosity about it. Then I had this dream and I I I believe that my question was answered. Whether I choose to listen to the answer is another story. And I have noticed also that since I had that dream, I've been hearing about the Dogon tribe a lot more just in popular culture and generally speaking. So I think that in some way, the beings that seeded that race, if they did, are speaking to us more and more and trying to insert care in a way that they were not before. So that's an example of a prophetic dream, and there are many others. There are prophetic dreams that predict someone's passing, that predict an event. This felt a little different, but I just thought I would share it so that you can see that there are many versions of prophetic dreams and to remain open to what they are and to not limit your belief about them as meaning one thing or standing for another thing, and rather just receive it for what it is, which is support, love, connection, and sometimes answers. If you enjoy my videos, I post them every day, so please feel free to visit again tomorrow. And also, if you're inclined, please like and subscribe because it helps me very much. Thank you.